ya empezó, acaba de marcar el directo abajo.
¿Ya empezó?
Sí, hace 2 minutos exactos.
Es el récord, ¿eh? La reina madre, ¿no?
Zona llegó Romero. El lo voy a conectar. Me dijo que sacar las bandejitas y ver la zona y se me quedó sin batería.
Hello and welcome to the President's Pitch, as we'll call it, in Mexico City, the military compound where the 2014 NACRA 7 is taking place. You're watching action between St. Lucia and Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Doug Cross, apologizing for the delays we've had on our streaming. Been a number of external issues. We've got a field that's shut down next to us because President Nieto's helicopter had to land. As we're back underway, Trinidad and Tobago is leading 15-0. They're wearing red and just received the kickoff. So Trinidad and Tobago, probably an odds-on favorite in their category to make it through to the semifinals at least. St. Lucia putting them under some pressure. Only three tries in the first half, but the gaps are starting to appear as we see number 5, Nicolette Pantor, just take off, and she is probably going to score in clean heels. Is she going to get caught? Now, she's making a few moves, shifting up. She's got no support. Keeps going now, tackled. And that was a nice cover tackle by St. Lucia. That ball's gone forward in that recovery attempt, however, so the net result, it's going to be a scrum for Trinidad and Tobago about 10 meters out from the St. Lucia line. So Pantor really finding a nice gap, but she was running out of gas. Remember, you're taking a lot of these teams from the Caribbean at sea level and coming up to over 7,000 feet, and they haven't had a lot of time to acclimatize, so maybe Pantor's lungs at sea level would have handled that run, but that might be the equalizer at altitude for some of these fast sea level runners. We're going to try and get you caught up with scores and everything else over the course of the remainder of the afternoon. And we'll have Doug, hopefully our local Mexican announcer, coming on for any games involving Mexico, providing Spanish broadcast, as we have Taylor Jack now. She releases a pass to Tanisha Samuel, who is going to score. Number 7, Tanisha Samuel, touching down. And so things starting to really improve here for the Trinidad and Tobago team. And, they're going to be clinical about this. It's a big gap between the St. Lucia program and Trinidad and Tobago. they just want to get the basics right now, and that's what they're doing, the simple passing, and then just finding the gap and shooting that gap. So a few changes being made now. Gorgeous, gorgeous conditions here. About 23 Celsius. What you're looking at is actually a polo ground that's next to the Presidential Palace, and they've placed 2 pitches end to end. First time rugby's ever been played in this facility, and so a very special time to be able to access this property. But it comes at a price when the president wants to land his helicopter, the games have to stop. And so adjusting on the schedule there is going to be a bit of a issue as it's going to get dark here by about 5:30 or so here this afternoon in the Central Time Zone in Mexico City. St. Lucia now looking like they might break out their score, and they're going to. And so that was a good bit of individual work. And there's a score for St. Lucia. They finally get on the board to make it 20-5 at this point. Great crew here in Mexico City working with us. We literally have had to bring everything in a satellite link for internet. That had its challenges. We had to bring power in, some equipment missing. So, life on the road. I don't have my normal bag of tricks with me, but great job by the local crew here as St. Lucia getting ready to line up this kick. I wouldn't say they're back in it at this point, but at least they've gotten rid of the goose egg that was facing them at 20-0. So every day has been picture perfect here as we are back underway. The kick was missed, and Trinidad and Tobago intent on just getting started to scoring again, and now a big tackle made on Fayola Jack. And now that ball's gone loose. Referee saying a high tackle. It's a referee from USA. I know him as Brad. I don't know his last name, unfortunately. I spent some time with him, and we'll get those last names for you as we see Vanika Mutu get through the gap. 5 meters out now. And now that ball stolen by St. Lucia, but not before a penalty, not hands in the ruck. And so Trinidad and Tobago will have the penalty, and they'll probably just take the tap and go at this point, 5 meters out, try and spin that ball wide. Oh, and then just a take and go, no pass. She wants to go it alone. Vanika Mutu, she stopped short of the line, and now a try scored there on the second effort. And so that'll take the score up to 25-5 for Trinidad and Tobago. Probably 2 minutes left in this second half. So we have Field 1 and Field 2, men's and women's games on both. The Mexican website may show still, the Mexican Rugby Federation website showing men's and women's, but with the schedule on end, and it never was intended to have just men on one field and women on the other. So you're looking at Field 1 right now, and if you're checking the schedule at NACRA.com, that's NACRugby.com, follow the links to the individual men's and women's competitions, but they'll tell you what field to look for if you're looking for someone. And that was a poor restart, doesn't go 10 meters. Trinidad and Tobago will have to retreat to their own 10-meter line, and St. Lucia with a bit of luck here to start after this score. And they're not showing anything too inventive. A couple of fake throws there, but no one buying that. That was Victor starting that off, and now a fling pass out to the wing. Emily Remy now. She tries to get around a would-be tackler, and now it's Victor again at the line. Loose pass picked up by Trinidad and Tobago. Looking for some options. Their structure a bit loose now, passing left and then back right. Good link up by number 2, Vanika Mutu. But now a forward pass and a knock on. We're going to have advantage to St. Lucia. So I have to say, being able to come in from Canada for this one, not regretting it at all. It's about -1 in Toronto, and it's plus 23 here, so I'll take that net benefit for the next few days. It's going to be a scrum for St. Lucia. So can they pull the trick a second time, get a second score? They're getting pushed off that ball pretty hard. Still with St. Lucia side, though. Well done going backwards. Good cover defense now by number 4, Taylor Jack. Ball still on St. Lucia's side. Good outlet pass to Emily Remy. She is brought down just short. Ball loose, picked up by Trinidad and Tobago. Blossom Stewart trying to get that out, but knock on, and that is going to be full time. And that will do it for this contest. Trinidad and Tobago winning it 25-5. And we're going to have action next up. I'm going to tell you who it is in just a moment. Getting some paperwork organized, and we'll be back. You're watching live coverage of NACRA 7's rugby from Mexico City. Back with more in a moment.